Hey guys, what is up? This is BMore89. You may know me from Twitch as BMore89. If you don't currently follow me on Twitch, head to twitch.tv/BMore89. I just want to thank everybody over there for helping me hit 500 followers. I've been streaming for about two and a half years, so it's taken a while for me to hit that, but I never gave up and only can go up from here. Anyways, thanks for checking out my YouTube channel. This is kind of new. I have some old videos. A lot of my stuff's from Twitch, highlight videos that I just send to YouTube. But I'm going to go ahead and play some Bound by Flame. The reason why I want to do it with Bound by Flame is I heard this game was crap, but I wanted to actually see for myself, and why not do it with live commentary. I'm currently using an Elgato to record, and I'm using an AT2020 USB mic. If you're just curious about specs, and headset wise, I'm using my Astros. So everything's great, and let's have a good time here. So first things first, they ask you for a brightness setting. Obviously this is based off my TV. I'm gonna go ahead and mark it down 1. Now what I really like about the Elgato that you probably already noticed already is the fact that it fades in and out of my my voice. So when I'm talking, the game sound lowers, and when I'm not talking, it goes back up to normal. So you can hear me clearly, and then when I'm not talking, you can hear the game more. You won't hear any mouth breathing like you sometimes do over at Twitch, because I'm a mouth breather. So let's just go through the settings. Got tutorials. Gotta love those. I'm gonna have subtitles on because I like them, and it's better for you guys just in case you can't catch something. Or if you happen to be deaf. So let's start a new game. Okay. We have name setting, sex, face, hair. Very basic character customization. I'm not gonna really complain, it's whatever, but I kind of wish there was more options. I will say that the music so far is pretty nice. So I'm gonna type in my name. You guys already know my name from Twitch, so no secrets here. I think my YouTube actually is my real name, so. So this is the only guy with a beard, so I'm going to go ahead and use this because I have a beard personally, and I would like my guy to have a beard. This is kind of my hair right now, in a weird sort of way. So I think I'm going to go with that. This is more lifelike. So start game. Now we have 4 difficulty settings. We got Recruit, Hawk, Buffalo, and Captain. I personally like the more balanced challenge. Some games you have to play on a harder difficulty, but I tend to use a balanced type of thing. I don't want the game too hard, I don't want the game too easy. So I'm just gonna read between these two. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Hawk. That sounds like a good one. Sounds more like what I want. So my videos are gonna be about 20 minutes long.
Forget the strange series of events that led to my meeting young Vulcan. The peoples of the world had been fearfully whispering about the Ice Lords for the past 10 years, though of course, they had been present long before then. The Deadwalker army, an endless horde of undead creatures under the Ice Lord's command, swept down from the mountains in the north, annihilating all resistance on the continent. Each battle only served to swell their ranks with the defeated dead, and the bloodless world seemed ready to sink into an endless ice age where there would be no place for the living. There were a few who still tried to stand against the invaders. The elves, who had hitherto remained neutral, and the red scribes, a small group of scholars who believed their knowledge might be able to tip the scales. The scribes had recently engaged the services of a group of mercenaries known as the Freeborn Blades, a renowned company who would become even more so after these events. The Blades were to protect them while they performed a ritual which was intended to change the course of the war.
All right, very interesting story, I guess. I don't know if the cutscenes are over. That's the only thing I don't like about RPGs. It takes like 40 minutes to play the game. Yeah.
Great scouts. You can smell them from 50 yards away. So here we are. And just think, the captain wanted me to stay and set up camp. I didn't join the Freeborn Blades to stack pots and their trains. But he knows that. He knows his men, and he knows his powder master hates just hanging around. Setting up camp. Now that's what I call being useful. I honestly believe we stay out of this damn war till the end. Well, looks like the end just showed up. The Ice Lords have really done it this time. All of Vertiel is on the brink. Nothing will stop the Deadwalkers. Soon there won't be a town left to fall back to, or even a tavern where you can spend your pay. There's no one left to turn back this filthy, stinking tide, if it were even possible. Let's hope our beloved employers can deliver on their promises. If their big ritual thing doesn't pan out, we're all gonna be left standing here with our asses hanging out. A bunch of chatty priests playing Sorcerer's Apprentice against 7 immortal mages. Sounds great. Anyhow, you have to fight fire with fire, so they say. Damn, they're here already. I'd better warn the others fast.
Okay, now we're in the game, finally. I don't know if you guys were able to hear me in the beginning, but I'm going to make my episodes about long. Since it's an RPG, if it was something like an arcade game, I'd make them like 5-10 minutes. But since this is an RPG game, the game is kind of long, and if I do decide to make a whole Let's Play, you don't want like 50 billion episodes. So 15 to 20 minutes, somewhere in there. And that's how this will go. Alright. So it looks like there's a whole crafting thing. I believe they said that earlier. You can craft and everything. The graphics aren't terrible. They're nothing to brag about, but they're not bad. This game has a Dragon Age feel to it for some reason. Gonna go up the ramp.
Enjoy your stroll. Get over here and tell me about it.
I honestly read that as enjoy your duel? It's like, what? Hello, fellow bearded man.
By the looks of you, I'm guessing it wasn't just a quiet...
Got a little Spartacus handshake in there.
So, what did you see?
The Deadwalkers are already close. I got one of their scouts.
Gods damn it, Vulcan! I've told you 100 times, recon means observing and reporting, not charging in and fighting without thinking.
I didn't want him to alert all of the others before we were ready for them.
But what if they'd have killed you? Then you wouldn't have been able to alert us before they were ready to attack us. Think for a second. God's blood. We have to get ready for them. Now that you've finally got your ass back over here, you can prepare some traps. Get Peeler to help you place them around the temple. That'll give us some time, and we'll hear them coming.
Yes, sir, Captain.
And if you have questions, you know where to find me.
Okay, so the voice acting in this game isn't the greatest. And the one thing I hate about games is when it says arse in the text, they just say ass. It's like, okay, you could have just said ass instead of arse in the text. Okay, so something about a touchpad. Let's see here. Ooh, fancy. Spare daggers. Pretty cool. So they got an armor system. The one thing about RPG games that I always check out is, do they have an armor system? Basically, you know, there's some RPG games where, you know, you put on this piece of armor and it doesn't change anything. It just gives you stats. I'm not a huge fan of those games. I like to customize my look as well as get the stats from the armor. I'm really big on looks when it comes to armor. So in MMOs, I'm really huge on transmogs, or however you want, whatever MMO you currently play. I just use WoW's terms because, you know, it's one of the more popular MMOs. So we got a very basic menu. It looks like we've got a skill system. Typical RPG game when it comes to that. Got some feats, which I'm gonna assume is like achievements. And actually, from take damage 20 times. Okay, so the way this works, it seems, is to get these you have to do certain things. So it's kind of like the achievement helps you unlock things in a game. So for instance, I had to take damage 20 times in order to unlock tough, and obviously I have to have one skill point or whatever they're called to be able to unlock it. This Colossus is kind of the same thing, except it's more. Take damage 40 times, it requires tough, and it costs 3 points. So that's cool. You can kind of build your character the way you want. You can also do crafting, build in that. So the game has a pretty decent system going on. I really like it so far as that. Hopefully the gameplay is good. So there is a book or something on the map.
3 months without a chance to spend my pay. I'm sick of this goddamn war.
Okay. So I have to create 10 of these. So I'm gonna craft. Okay, so it's just a simple select what you want to make and press the button and it's done. There's no animations or whatever of the guy actually creating a trap or, you know, wiggling his hands or anything, you know. So I did that.
I'll give all these to Peeler. He'll figure it out.
So I gotta go back to Potato Peeler.
The way you're standing there looking like a kid waiting for sweeties tells me you have a question. Oh, come on then. Out with it.
I'll go, Captain.
Okay, so that wasn't Peeler. I could have sworn that was Peeler. So I'm gonna enter the temple, and I'm actually gonna stop this part right here and start working on the second part.